Chosen one, the divine deletion. Tonight God is erasing you from the enemy's system. Something sacred is happening right now, and it is not small or ordinary, because heaven is moving in a quiet but powerful way that is touching your life, even as you read these words with a tender and open heart. This is not a moment to overlook or ignore, because what is being done for you carries the weight of healing, protection, and a future that is being rewritten by the loving hands of God Himself. There are things that have tried to follow you, label you, and hold you in a place of fear and confusion, yet tonight those things are being removed with a gentle authority that no darkness can resist or challenge. Type Amen if you believe. The presence of the Lord is wrapping around your life like a soft blanket of peace, and even though you may not see everything clearly yet, something deep within your spirit already feels the shift taking place. You are not forgotten, and you are not left alone in this world, because Jesus Christ is walking very close to you, guiding your steps with care and quiet strength. There has been a system that tried to keep you trapped in cycles of pain, repeating old wounds and whispering lies that you were not enough or that your story would never change. Yet tonight, God is stepping into that space with authority that cannot be shaken. He is not fighting loudly or creating fear, but instead, He is working with calm power, removing your name from every place where harm was planned against you. Type yes to affirm. You may not have known how deeply some of those unseen forces tried to hold on to your life, but God has always known, and He has never taken His eyes off you, even for a single moment. His love has been watching, waiting, and preparing this very moment, where everything begins to shift in your favor in ways that feel gentle yet undeniable. If this touches your heart and you feel something moving within you, take a moment to like this video as a quiet act of faith, because your agreement with what God is doing opens your heart even wider to receive the peace and protection He is pouring into your life right now. There is no pressure in this, only a soft invitation to stand in agreement with what heaven is already doing for you behind the scenes. Imagine a quiet night where everything seems still, yet in the unseen realm, something extraordinary is taking place with great care and purpose, because that is exactly what is happening for you right now. God is not rushing or acting out of urgency, but He is moving with perfect timing, removing every record that the enemy tried to use against you, and clearing paths that once felt blocked and impossible. You may have carried burdens that did not belong to you, thoughts that were not planted by love, and fears that grew quietly over time, yet tonight those things are being lifted away one by one. Jesus is not looking at your past with judgment, but with compassion and understanding, gently erasing the marks that tried to define you and replacing them with a new identity rooted in love and truth. There is a deep kindness in the way God works, because He does not expose you or overwhelm you, but instead He restores you quietly, piece by piece, until you begin to feel whole again in ways you may have forgotten were possible. The divine deletion that is taking place is not about losing anything valuable, but about removing what never belonged to your true identity as a child of God. Every fear that whispered limits into your life is being silenced, and every shadow that tried to follow you is losing its hold as light gently fills those spaces. You may begin to notice small changes first, like a sense of calm where there was once anxiety, or a quiet hope where there was once heaviness. And these are signs that God is working deeply within you. Jesus is standing close to you in this moment, not distant or unreachable, but near and attentive, understanding every part of your journey without you needing to explain or prove anything. His presence is not loud or forceful, yet it carries a strength that holds you steady, even when everything around you feels uncertain or overwhelming. He is guiding you away from what tried to harm you, and leading you toward a place of peace that feels safe and real. The system that once tried to keep you bound is losing its power, not because of anything you have done alone, but because of the love and authority of God working on your behalf. There is a gentle shift happening inside your heart, even if you cannot fully put it into words, because God is replacing fear with trust and confusion with clarity in a way that feels natural and steady. You are not being rushed into change, but lovingly guided into a new way of living where you are no longer defined by what tried to break you. The past is not being ignored, but it is being healed and released, so it no longer controls your present or your future. You are being given a fresh start, one that is not based on pressure or expectation, but on grace and quiet renewal that grows stronger each day. As this divine deletion continues, you may feel lighter in ways that surprise you, because the weight you carried for so long is no longer yours to hold. God is taking responsibility for what you were never meant to carry, and He is doing it with a tenderness that respects your heart and your journey. You are being protected in ways you cannot always see, and guided in ways that will become clearer as you continue to walk forward in faith. There is nothing random about what is happening right now, because every detail is being handled with care by a loving God who knows exactly what you need. This is not the end of your story, but the beginning of something new that is rooted in peace, healing, and a deeper connection with Jesus Christ. You are not being erased in a way that takes away who you are, but in a way that removes everything that tried to distort your true self. What if just 7 seconds a day could completely change your financial future? A recently uncovered CIA-linked document has revealed a powerful brainwave ritual that everyday people are using to break free from debt and attract real wealth. Backed by research from 4 neuroscience labs, this simple at-home method is helping people manifest new homes, luxury cars, financial freedom, and dream vacations faster than they ever imagined. Thousands are already using it, but there is a catch. This information may not stay online for long. If you are seeing this right now, consider it a sign. Click the link in the description and comments before this secret disappears forever. The divine deletion is not a single moment that fades away, but a gentle process that continues to unfold, layer by layer, as God restores what was broken and strengthens what was weak within you. There is a deep sense of care in everything He is doing, because nothing about your life is treated as unimportant or forgotten, and every part of your story matters deeply to Him. You may notice that certain thoughts that once returned again and again are now becoming quieter, and the heavy feelings that once stayed for long periods are slowly loosening their grip on your heart in a calm and natural way. This is not by chance or coincidence, but a sign that God is actively working within you, clearing out the old patterns that never belonged to your true identity as His beloved child. There is no pressure in this process, because God does not rush your healing or force you into change, but instead walks with you step by step, allowing your heart to adjust gently to the new peace that is growing inside you. Type 1111 if you trust in God. As you agree with Him in simple faith, even without fully understanding everything, your spirit becomes more open to receive the quiet strength He is placing within you. There are moments when you may still feel uncertain or wonder why certain things happened in the past, yet even those questions are being softened by the presence of God, as He brings a deeper understanding that goes beyond words. He is not just removing what harmed you, but also filling those spaces with a new sense of purpose and direction that will guide your steps moving forward. Jesus is gently teaching your heart to trust again, not in a rushed or overwhelming way, but in a calm and steady rhythm that feels safe and real. His love is not distant or unreachable, but very close, touching your thoughts and emotions with a quiet reassurance that you are never alone in this journey. There is something very tender about the way God restores, because He does not simply take away pain, but also replaces it with something meaningful and full of life. The places in your heart that once held fear are now being filled with hope, and the areas where you felt lost are slowly being guided toward clarity and peace. You are not expected to have everything figured out, because God is the one leading you, and He understands exactly how to bring you forward without overwhelming your heart. This new beginning is not built on pressure or expectation, but on grace, which means you are allowed to grow at a pace that feels natural and steady. Take a moment to like this video as a simple act of agreement with the peace God is building within you, because even small steps of faith open the door for greater healing and restoration to continue flowing into your life. This is not about obligation or routine, but about aligning your heart with the gentle work that is already happening within you through His love. The system that once tried to define you is continuing to lose its hold, and the more it fades, the more your true identity begins to shine in a quiet and beautiful way. You are not becoming someone new in a forced or unnatural sense, but returning to who you were always meant to be, free from the weight of fear and the influence of past pain. God is not creating something unfamiliar, but restoring something original and pure within you that has always belonged to Him. There is a quiet joy in this process, even if it comes in small moments, because those moments are signs that your heart is being renewed. Jesus is guiding you into a deeper understanding of peace, one that does not depend on circumstances or external situations, but comes from within as a steady and unshakable presence. This peace is not fragile or temporary, but strong and lasting, because it is rooted in the love of God that never changes or fades away. Even when challenges appear, this peace remains, holding you steady and reminding you that you are protected and cared for in ways that go beyond what you can see. The divine deletion has removed the hold that fear once had over you, allowing this peace to take its place in a natural and lasting way. You are also being guided away from things that no longer serve your well-being, and this guidance may feel subtle at times, like a gentle nudge or a quiet sense of knowing within your heart. God is not forcing you into decisions, but leading you with care, helping you recognize what is good for you and what is not. This kind of guidance grows stronger as you continue to trust Him, because your heart becomes more aligned with His presence and His wisdom. There is no confusion in His leading, only clarity that unfolds gently as you move forward in faith. As this process continues, you may begin to notice a deeper sense of strength within you, not loud or overwhelming, but calm and steady, like a quiet confidence that holds you even in uncertain moments. This strength is not something you created on your own, but something God is building within you as He restores and renews your heart. It allows you to stand firm without fear, and to move forward without being held back by what once tried to control your life. You are being equipped with everything you need, not all at once, but in the perfect timing that God has prepared for you. There is also a growing sense of freedom that comes with this divine work, because as the past loses its hold, you are no longer defined by it or limited by it. You are free to grow, to heal, and to step into a life that is guided by love rather than fear. This freedom is not reckless or overwhelming, but peaceful and grounded, allowing you to live with a sense of calm assurance that you are exactly where you need to be. God is not just removing what harmed you, but giving you something better in its place, something that will last and continue to grow over time. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. As you continue to trust in this quiet transformation, you will begin to see more clearly how God has been working all along, even in moments when you felt uncertain or alone. Nothing has been wasted and nothing has been ignored, because every part of your journey has been held in His care. The divine deletion is not taking anything valuable from you, but removing what tried to steal your peace and replacing it with something that cannot be taken away. Could a hidden CIA brain ritual be the missing key to wealth and abundance? A leaked report has exposed a shocking 7-second technique designed to reprogram the mind for financial success. Verified by 4 leading neuroscience labs, this simple daily ritual is helping ordinary people move from stress and debt into lives filled with money, luxury, travel, and opportunity. People who once struggled to pay bills are now experiencing financial breakthroughs they never thought possible. But warnings say this page could be removed at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments below to see why so many people are talking about it right now. The path ahead may still have moments of learning and growth, but you will not walk it alone, because Jesus is with you, guiding you gently and faithfully every step of the way. His presence is constant, and His love is steady, giving you the assurance that no matter what comes, you are safe in His care. You are not the same as you were before, because something within you has changed, something deep and lasting that will continue to grow as you move forward in faith and trust. This is the continuation of a beautiful transformation, one that is unfolding quietly but powerfully, bringing you into a life that is filled with peace, healing, and a deeper connection with God. You are not being rushed or forced into anything, but gently guided into a place where you can breathe freely and live fully without fear. God is not only removing what was seen and felt on the surface, but also reaching into the deeper parts of your soul where silent burdens once rested, and He is lifting them with a kindness that never causes fear or discomfort. This divine work is not rushed or forced, because God understands the pace your heart needs, and He honors that pace with patience that feels safe and reassuring. Every step forward is guided with care, and every moment of stillness is filled with His presence, that continues to restore you in ways that feel both gentle and powerful at the same time. There may be moments where you begin to notice a new kind of awareness growing within you, where certain things that once felt normal no longer feel aligned with the peace that is now settling inside your heart. This is not confusion, but clarity gently forming, because God is helping you recognize what truly belongs in your life and what does not. He is opening your eyes in a calm and loving way, allowing you to see with wisdom instead of fear, and to feel with peace instead of uncertainty. Type 1919 to receive miracles. As you agree with this quiet work, even in the smallest way, you are stepping into a deeper connection with the love that is guiding you forward each day. There is something very comforting about the way Jesus walks with you through this process, because He never rushes ahead or leaves you behind, but stays close, matching your pace and understanding your emotions without judgment. He knows the places where you once felt hurt or misunderstood, and He is gently bringing healing into those spaces with a presence that feels warm and steady. You are not being asked to forget everything that has happened, but to release its hold over you, allowing it to lose its power as God replaces it with peace and understanding. This is a quiet exchange that happens within your heart, where pain is slowly turned into strength and confusion is transformed into clarity. If your heart feels touched by this gentle work of restoration, take a moment to like this video as a simple way of opening yourself even more to the peace that God is placing within you right now, because small acts of faith often create space for greater healing to continue flowing naturally and steadily. This is not about routine or expectation, but about aligning your heart with the calm and loving presence that is guiding you into something new and beautiful. The divine deletion is now reaching beyond just removing what harmed you. and it is beginning to restore what was lost or weakened over time, bringing back a sense of wholeness that feels both familiar and new at the same time. You are being reminded of who you are in the eyes of God, not through loud declarations, but through a quiet knowing that grows stronger within you each day. This knowing does not depend on external validation or approval, but comes from the deep connection you are developing with the love of Jesus Christ. You are beginning to see yourself not through the lens of past pain, but through the truth of who you have always been in God's heart. There is also a gentle strengthening taking place within your spirit, where you begin to feel more grounded and steady, even in moments that once would have caused uncertainty or fear. This strength is not loud or forceful, but calm and unwavering, allowing you to stand in peace without needing to prove anything to anyone. God is building this strength within you as part of your restoration, giving you the ability to move forward with quiet confidence and trust in His guidance. You are no longer being controlled by what once held you back, because those chains have been removed, and your path is now open before you. You may also begin to notice a shift in how you respond to certain situations, where your reactions become softer, more patient, and more aligned with the peace that is growing inside you. This is a natural result of the healing that is taking place, because as God restores your heart, your actions begin to reflect that restoration in a gentle and authentic way. You are not forcing yourself to change, but becoming who you were always meant to be, guided by love rather than fear. This transformation is not temporary, but lasting, because it is rooted in the steady work of God within you. Type 2323 if you agree. As you continue to walk in this quiet transformation, you will find that your connection with God becomes deeper and more personal, not through effort or striving, but through a natural closeness that grows with time. You will begin to recognize His presence in simple moments, in the calmness of your thoughts, in the peace of your surroundings, and in the gentle guidance that leads you forward. This connection is not distant or complicated, but close and comforting, reminding you that you are never alone in anything you face. There is also a sense of protection that surrounds you more clearly now, because as the divine deletion continues, the influence of what once tried to harm you is no longer able to reach you in the same way. God has placed a covering over your life that keeps you safe, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually as well. You are being guarded with a care that is constant and unchanging, allowing you to move forward without fear of what once followed you. This protection is not something you need to earn, but something that is given freely because of the love God has for you. Imagine discovering a 7-second ritual so powerful that it could help erase debt and attract wealth almost instantly. According to a leaked CIA-backed study, this little-known brainwave technique is already transforming lives around the world. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, the method is said to train your mind to attract money, success, and abundance naturally. From dream homes and luxury cars to unforgettable vacations, people claim their lives changed after using this simple practice. The shocking part? This information may be taken down soon. If you want to see what everyone is talking about, click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. As this part of your journey continues, you may begin to feel a quiet joy rising within you, even in small and simple ways, because your heart is no longer carrying the same weight it once did. This joy is not dependent on everything being perfect, but comes from the peace that God has placed within you, a peace that remains steady regardless of what happens around you. It is a sign that your heart is healing and that the work being done within you is real and lasting. The divine deletion is still working, still restoring, and still guiding you into a life that is filled with peace, clarity, and purpose. You are not being left to figure everything out on your own, because God is walking with you every step of the way, leading you gently into what is good for you. This anchoring is gentle and almost unnoticeable at first, yet it carries a lasting strength that allows you to feel secure even when life around you feels uncertain. You are being rooted in something eternal, something that cannot be shaken or taken away, because it is built on the love and presence of God Himself. There is a quiet reassurance growing within you that you are no longer walking in the same patterns that once held you back, because those patterns have been broken through the loving work that God has been doing within your heart. You may begin to notice that situations that once triggered fear or confusion no longer carry the same weight, and this is a sign that something deep has shifted within you. This shift is not something you created through effort, but something that has been placed within you through grace, as God continues to restore your inner world. Type 666 if you trust Jesus. As you align yourself with this truth, even in a simple and quiet way, you allow your heart to remain open to the continued work of healing that is unfolding. Jesus is not distant from this process, but very close, walking beside you with a presence that feels steady and comforting, even in moments when you are still learning and growing. He understands every part of your journey, including the moments when you felt weak or unsure, and He does not judge you for them, but meets you with compassion and understanding. His love is not based on performance or perfection, but on a deep and unwavering care for who you are. You are being held in that love right now, even if you cannot fully see or understand it yet, and it is gently shaping you into a place of greater peace and confidence. If you feel this calm and comforting presence touching your heart, take a moment to like this video as a quiet step of agreement with the peace God is building within you, because even the smallest act of faith can open the way for deeper restoration to continue naturally. This is not about obligation or routine, but about allowing your heart to respond gently to the love that is already surrounding you. There is also a deeper clarity beginning to form within your thoughts, where confusion once lingered and uncertainty once clouded your decisions. God is not only healing your heart, but also renewing your mind, helping you see things in a new light that is guided by truth rather than fear. This clarity does not come all at once, but unfolds gradually, allowing you to understand your path in a way that feels peaceful and steady. You are being guided into decisions that align with your well-being and away from anything that could bring harm or distraction into your life again. As this clarity grows, you may begin to feel more confident in the direction you are taking, not because everything is perfectly planned, but because you trust the one who is leading you. This trust is not forced or rushed, but grows naturally as you experience the faithfulness of God in your life again and again. You begin to see that He has been guiding you even in moments when you felt lost, and that nothing has been outside of His care. This realization brings a deep sense of comfort, because it reminds you that you are not alone in making your way forward. There is also a quiet strengthening of your identity taking place, where you begin to see yourself more clearly as someone who is loved, valued, and protected by God. The labels and lies that once tried to define you are no longer able to hold their place, because they have been removed through the divine deletion that continues to unfold. In their place, there is a truth that feels steady and real, reminding you that you belong to God and that your life has meaning and purpose. This identity is not something that can be taken away, because it is rooted in something far deeper than anything the world can offer. Type 2020 to claim miracles. As you continue to walk in this renewed identity, you will begin to notice changes not only within yourself, but also in the way you experience the world around you. Things that once felt heavy may begin to feel lighter, and situations that once brought stress may now be met with calm and patience. This is not because everything has changed externally, but because something within you has been restored and strengthened. You are no longer reacting from a place of fear, but responding from a place of peace that has been planted deep within your heart. There is a growing sense of alignment in your life, where your thoughts, emotions, and actions begin to move together in harmony, guided by the presence of God within you. This alignment does not happen through effort or control, but through surrender and trust, allowing God to lead you in a way that feels natural and steady. You are not being pulled in different directions anymore, but guided on a path that feels clear and purposeful. This is a sign that the divine work within you is reaching a deeper level, bringing everything into a place of balance and peace. You are also becoming more aware of the gentle protection that surrounds you, like a quiet shield that keeps you safe from influences that once disturbed your peace. This protection is not something you have to constantly think about, because it is already in place, provided by the loving care of God. You can move forward with confidence, knowing that you are being watched over and guided in ways that go beyond what you can see. This awareness brings a sense of calm that allows you to rest even as you continue to move forward. A shocking CIA document just revealed a 7-second brain ritual that some people say is changing their financial lives overnight. What makes this different is that 4 neuroscience labs reportedly tested the method and confirmed its unusual effects on focus, confidence, and money attraction. People drowning in debt claim they are now attracting unexpected income, luxury cars, dream homes, and once impossible opportunities. The strange part? This information keeps disappearing online. If this video found you, do not ignore it. Click the link in the description and comments now before access is removed. As the journey continues, there is a quiet joy that begins to grow more consistently within you, not loud or overwhelming, but steady and comforting, like a soft light that never fades. This joy is not dependent on circumstances, but comes from the peace and healing that God has placed within your heart. It is a reminder that you are being restored, that you are being cared for, and that your life is moving in a direction that is filled with hope and goodness. The divine deletion is still active, still working, and still protecting you, but it is now also building something new within you that will continue to grow over time. You are not the same as you were before, because something deep within you has been transformed in a way that cannot be undone. This transformation is not temporary, but lasting, because it is rooted in the love and power of God that never changes. You are being guided into a life where peace is not something you chase, but something you carry within you, and where fear no longer has a place to take hold. Jesus is walking with you in every step, not ahead or behind, but right beside you, offering guidance, comfort, and strength whenever you need it. This journey is not about reaching a perfect place, but about growing in a relationship with God that brings peace, healing, and a deep sense of belonging that remains steady through every season. As this peaceful transformation continues to deepen within your life, there is now a quiet unfolding of something even more beautiful, something that touches not only your present, but gently reaches into your future with hope and assurance. God is not only healing what was behind you or steadying what is within you now, but He is also preparing what lies ahead with a careful and loving intention that carries no fear or uncertainty. There is a sense of divine preparation taking place, where every step you will take is being softly arranged with wisdom that sees far beyond what you can currently understand. This preparation is not rushed or forced, because God is guiding you into it with patience that honors your heart and your pace. There is a growing awareness within you that you are no longer walking blindly, even if everything is not yet fully visible, because something inside you now feels guided and held with quiet certainty. This certainty does not come from knowing every detail, but from trusting the one who is leading you with perfect care. You may begin to feel a calm confidence rising within you, not loud or overwhelming, but steady and grounded, like a quiet assurance that you are exactly where you need to be in this moment. This is the result of the divine deletion that has removed confusion and replaced it with clarity that continues to grow naturally. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. As you continue to move forward with this quiet trust, you will notice that your heart is no longer easily shaken by things that once brought worry or fear, because something deeper has been established within you. This foundation is built on the presence of God, and it cannot be broken or disturbed by external circumstances. You are being strengthened from within, allowing you to stand in peace even when the world around you feels uncertain or unstable. Jesus is walking with you in a way that feels more personal and real than ever before, not as someone distant or unreachable, but as a constant presence that understands every part of your life. He sees your thoughts, your emotions, and even the quiet moments where you reflect and grow, and he meets you in those moments with a love that is gentle and steady. You are not being judged or measured, but simply loved and guided, and that love is shaping you into a place of deeper peace and understanding. This relationship is not built on effort or striving, but on closeness and trust that grows naturally with time. If your heart feels comforted by this growing sense of peace and direction, take a moment to like this video as a simple act of agreement with the path God is unfolding before you, because even small steps of faith allow greater clarity and healing to continue flowing into your life without resistance. This is not about obligation, but about allowing your heart to gently respond to the love that is already guiding you forward.